So, Padre, I believe you
Yeah.
have a special, uh, what some people, I'm not familiar with this term, but I believe it's uplifting story to share with us today.
I don't know how uplifting it is, judging by the content, but it's hello there, Mark Dickey. It would be uplifting to all those who are fans. And the irony of me presenting this is I've never actually seen the show, but I did see this pass by on my Nerd Council radar. That the season 5 trailer for Stranger Things has dropped, and it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense stuff. It looks like the final showdown is coming. And as Screen Rant is talking about, it's setting up a major death with 5 potential candidates. So they all have. This trailer is just the modern trailer, right? It's just a mishmash of images. It doesn't communicate too much. There's some confusion about where things are coming from. Apparently, of the episodes of the 5th season, apparently it draws almost all of its material from the first. I've been told, obviously nobody's seen these episodes, but that's what the scuttlebutt is. But there's various points where different characters have these emotional moments, which could be them going off to sacrifice themselves to, save the world, kind of thing. So that is fun. If you haven't seen the trailer, after you're done here, throw a Stranger Things season 5 trailer in the search and find it. But yeah, there's 5 candidates for potential deaths in this season, and they're all looking appropriately 80s. I love that. I think at least half of the girls at my high school had that hairstyle. Although they had the little poof right above their head. So all the original teens are in huge danger. Well, of course, they have been from the get-go. Loving that. Absolutely loving that. But so that is in terms of things that are stranger. That is there's a big final showdown happening with Vecna, with himself, and some very
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be a little disappointed if we get there and like the last scene isn't them sitting down to play D&D one more time. I just, you know what? That's in my wheelhouse. And I had actually not seen the show when it dropped, and everybody said, "Oh, have you seen Stranger?" I'm like, I don't want to watch some 7-episode streaming thing. And people are like, no, Bill, you got to watch Stranger. And so I binged it. Like my buddy invited me over. He's like, "Hey, we'll watch the first 3 episodes and that'll take us from like 8 o'clock in the evening to 11 o'clock. And we we did like all 7 or 8 the first season. And I came home at 5 in the morning. It was just like, I texted my wife. I'm like, "Look, I'm locked in for this. I'll be home in the morning." Yeah. So I would really like to see them kind of come full circle. I know the show's more than just about people playing D&D, but I mean, that's what took us there. That's the trope that they've held up season after season,
Now, how disappointed would you be if the last scene of the last show was pull out and something that they filmed years ago when the kids were young, and the entire thing has been the game?
I would
sort of Seinfeld-esque,
I would feel like it was a weak ending. I mean, viscerally by emotional reactions, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
but I think from a writing and storytelling point, it would cheapen everything. It would cheapen everything.
All the stakes just plummet, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we as an audience, look, I'm not one of those people that hates the 3rd season of the show. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I've
I like-
enjoyed every one. I mean, for me, it's like the Led Zeppelin album comparison thing. It's like I like Houses of the Holy way more than I like Physical Graffiti, but that's the difference between a 9.0 and a 9.9. You know, it's not like, well, I think Houses of the Holy is a 10 and Physical Graffiti uh, Physical Graffiti is a 10 and Houses of the Holy is like a 4. It is, they are both wonderful. So I will say that of the seasons, I like the third season the least, but I still love it. And the reason I'm mentioning the third season particularly is first of all, we've already had one consequence free take all the stakes out of it, and that was when Hopper got teleported to Siberia instead of what happened. Sorry if you guys have been waiting to watch Stranger Things. I'm not gonna spoilerize a now 6-year-old yeah episode of the show, but when here's another spoiler for season 3, when the Russian died, the Russian that really wanted to help them died, that coming back and saying it was all a dream, it would just take all the emotional punch out of it.
It would be cute. Is what it would be. It would be cute. Oh, because it's the D&D, so it's the D&D, you know.
Right.
But that's
right.
Cute isn't really where they go with this show.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like season 3 better than 2. So I guess that's a controversial take now. I didn't realize.
It's a life of Brian, Holy Grail kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're talking in terms of degree. To go back to the Zeppelin comparison, you know, you're talking about an entire series of albums. The best of them is a 10. The least of them is like an 8.9. So let's not take minutes over, oh, it's objectively worse. Well, I mean,
right.
You know,
but TV shows are like children. You do have one that you like the least.
Yeah. I mean,
so I guess my only question is, it's been so long since the original season came out. It's been what, this will be year 10 trying to get a 5 season get a 5 season show. So I'm kind of curious, how many people do you think are watching now because they're still invested in the story and they're still really excited, versus how many people are going to watch it for the nostalgia of, not the nostalgia of the 80s, just the nostalgia of 2015.
10 years ago, yeah. Well, that's it. Like, you know, the streaming format it's so different from when we were kids. And there was a season, you know, the shows would kick off in the fall, they'd run through the winter, and then in summer there'd be reruns. And now with streaming, people don't watch one week, you know, week by week. It's this whole, you know, they binge the thing when it comes out, and then they wait till the next one comes out. And there's less of a sense of a schedule because it's not live. It's not, I mean, not live, but it's not broadcast at that time. It's not on the air. It's whenever people download it. So it's a completely different ecology. So yeah, they're not saying, well, it's a new year, we have to come out with a new season of Stranger Things. We have to. It's scheduled in the little, you know, the TV guide. It's got a little bar, you know, at 7:00 it's going to be on. You know, it's not that anymore. So
it's got a little white star next to it, so you'll know it's important.
You got to watch it. Yeah. But no, it's a totally different kind of world. So these things don't happen on schedule. He says, as a YouTuber who's been a little slack on releasing content lately.
Watch out for that. We might have chalked off some time about what's going on with YouTube right now, but I don't know if I want to get that depressed.
Good news, happy news to start.
Good news after
I
news.
I am looking forward to season 5. I definitely do want to see how they resolve it. For at least the last 10 years, there's been a real problem in Hollywood with how to finish things off. I don't know. Maybe we'll have them traveling all over the world to fight some dragons or something. But I am cautiously optimistic that they are going to stick this landing at least well enough.
Yeah.
Hope so.
The Duffer brothers, the actors, everybody else. Hey, Doc Flamingo. They've carried off an admirable job so far for all previous 4 seasons. So I think we can safely say that at the very worst this will be good. Now you had mentioned Padre about nostalgia for the earlier episodes. I mean, I think when you're watching something, particularly when it's coming to a head and it's something you've really enjoyed, I think that's part and parcel of taking a thing in is nostalgia. I mean, you watch when you watch Return of the Jedi, you remember how good Star Wars was. You think about watching the whole series,
you think about that time in your life.
Exactly.
Playing with the figures.
I'm playing an AD&D campaign right now, my Monday night slot, and I mean this thing's been going for 11 years now. It may be another few years before it wraps up, but I mean, when it does, there's going to be that same sense of looking back on everything that we've created and everything that we've participated in as friends. So I think the answer, Padre, is yes, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it is. If you kind of view the entirety of enjoying a fandom like that as all the sections of an Apollo rocket, something has to be the command module, something has to be the data connection ring, something is the engines. It is an entire vehicle that is assembled and flies together, not just one piece. But my analogies are starting to swerve drunkenly back and forth across the highway, so we can move on to
can I be the O-ring?